That's, I mean, just about every day somebody's launching a new one. And the thing is that kind of like YouTube back in the day, like 2005, 2006, I think it's 2006, when it started, it was YouTube, which was supposed to be you, the little people, and then celebrities got in, the kids of celebrities got in, and became all this influential people. Well, it's kind of like since we've joined the podcasting world, I mean, all these celebrities and sons of celebrities and whatever. I mean, it's gotten huge. I mean, it's become a household name. I mean, it's no longer like what it used to be 5 years back, or even 10 years back when you first started talking about that shit.
Right. It's a whole nother thing, and I'm looking forward to. One of the ideas that I had been having was maybe trying to branch off into a little bit of the TikTok world.
I've been trying to get you fuckers. Okay. You know what? TikTok is a fucking sore subject for me because I got into it before anybody got into it. It's like a couple years ago, I was telling you fuckers, TikTok. And not until it was nearly banned in the USA that everybody's like, oh, fuck this shit. Let me get a TikTok account.
Right.
And now the whole fucking world is like the TikTok. But yeah, hey, whoa. Go ahead, man. I'm intrigued.
So I've been thinking about maybe trying to do some videos as far as different sound bites from our show and whatnot. I don't know. I've been having different ideas as far as that goes.
Hey, do it, man.
So maybe you'll see. Maybe you'll see me run up to somebody in a preacher in a Ferrari, telling them that
You see, that's kind of
you're a piece of shit.
You motherfucker. That's the kind of shit we were. Well, I'm not saying that we're older, but 5 years ago we were younger and had a lot more energy. That's the kind of shit when we both lived in the same neck of the woods. It's like, dude, we should be doing that shit, fucking pranking people, and we're not just pranking, but doing that. Oh, but hey, I'm down, man. Hey, we can do fucking connect via satellite.
Yeah, connect the dots kind of shit.
Connect the dots. Hey, that's some awesome shit, man. Ooh.
But yeah, so now that I have, at least for the next couple of weeks, I know of a set schedule. Things are going to get a little interesting in our world.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we're planning to give you a little bit more cursory overload next year. Make sure you guys, don't have any withdrawal symptoms. I mean,
right. And I think now that I know, at least for me in my world is starting to settle down a little bit.
Which makes a difference. I mean, we got to have our mind right in order to do this shit. I mean, it's a lot of fun to sit down and talk shit with my brother from another mother, but I mean, sometimes if you're going through shit, it's hard to connect. It's hard when you know that I'd like to sit down and record, but I got to pay bills. So I got to go do this other shit. Right.
Like I got to go work. I got to go, do whatever it is that I need to do to make ends meet,
Yeah, but now that things are stabilizing.
Or when some one of us or both of us, let's be honest, sometimes, depression sets in. We're not in the mood, just trying the idea of trying to talk about anything is just it's really hard sometimes,
Yeah, sometimes.
and the one thing that we've always tried to do on this little adventure that we're on is be 100% real. Like we don't hide anything from you guys, and we don't hide who we are. We don't hide the battles that we struggle through. We also don't hide the good things and the celebrations and
Yeah.
But so all I'm saying, motherfuckers, is we're 100%.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's one of the things. What you hear is what you get. Like, you're gonna hear that fucking little fuck up there where we cut off because a phone call tried to come in because I've been using my cell phone in order to connect the other way with the laptop, we were going into the Chuck Norris zone a lot.
And
that's another thing that
we don't want that.
Exactly, which that's something that was developed here in the last 4 years. The Chuck Norris zone. That it's like the
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the
Whenever you hear somebody, or you're talking to somebody, and all of a sudden it just goes all robot-y, or they disappear, and you don't know why, and then all of a sudden they come back. Um, chances are somewhere in the past they said something bad about Chuck Norris, and they got pulled into the Chuck Norris verse.
Chuck Norris verse, or what did we call it? That's at first it was because Skype, or Skype. We were like
Right,
The Skype zone. That Chuck Norris pulled you into the Skype zone, and I think we were watching Flash, the whole Speed Force shit, whatever,
right.
during that time when, and I think all that shit started, and I'm afraid to re say this or whatever, but it all started when we said that maybe Keanu Reeves could be the next generation's Chuck Norris. I'm
Chuck,
like,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, the little submarine sound came up, and boom, K Dog was gone.
And I was floating.
And yeah,
it was peaceful, and I was in a serene place.
yeah, I know.
Wish I could say that. Actually, I was screaming like, "Where did you go? Come back!"
And I was like, hey, fucker, where are you? And then, so anyway, to avoid some of those issues, I started using my cell phone to connect, you know. And I guess I had
He also has a little. He also has a little altar to Chuck Norris in his closet that he makes sure he lights a candle before every episode.
a little shrine to Chuck Norris.
Yeah, a little shrine.
And just in case Keanu does come up, and John Wicks the fuck out of the Chuck Norris verse in the future, I have two of them. You got
Right,
you got
right.
you got to have a little bit of Jesus Christ, a little bit of Leatherface or whatever, and
Right, a little bit of both of them.
be like, well, what's that fucking character in the Mummy when the Mummy was like going to attack him and he was like bringing out all his amulets, like
Bringing them all out.
like
No,
crucifix, Star of David, and all kinds of stuff. And let's see which one saves me. No, anyway, now it's
one of them. One of them.
yeah. So
Right.
it's been an interesting 4 year ride. I mean, we've like I said, we talk about all kinds of shit. A lot of the times we're talking about shit that used to happen in that place, that we don't mention,
They
but
are
we earned our
our old
paycheck there.
place of hanging out.
Your old place, my somewhat, I guess, still somewhat.
Right.
Uh,
In name alone.
in name alone, yeah. But what I'm saying is that some of the shit that happened there, it was just very fucking comical. I mean, like I said, we were actual fucking cartoon characters there. Can't describe it as any other way. Some of the shit people did. I mean, your superior.
Yeah, and the things people did, the things people said,
I
just the
mean,
type of people that we would come in contact with. It was just,
the fact that you and Steve had some kid looking for a koala for 2 weeks. I
yeah,
mean,
looking up at the trees, looking for a koala bear.
yeah. I mean, the animal shelter is no longer there, doesn't exist, but there's a structure there that still holds the name of the animal shelter, which sometimes
Right.
once in a while it brings up the story of the koala. But it's crazy. I mean, that's the kind of shit you see in a sitcom. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Right.
What are you guys doing? Oh, we're looking out for a koala. It escaped from the shelter. And then the fact that without so much of a warning, whoever was at the other end just acknowledged, you know,
Yeah.
the he K Dog
Yeah.
got on his radio. It's like koala check, nothing, blah blah blah, and the other person at the other end, 10-4, without even like what are you talking about? No, none of that. Just like,
Just roll along
of
with
course,
it.
and knowing the kind of person that was, Miss Charlie Berry, being at the at the console,
Charlie Bird, she didn't even care.
be,
She
be,
would roll around
she
along with it.
she was like, I'm not doing this. 10-4, just like whatever.
And it wasn't just that. It was the fact that then the next morning or the next afternoon when we show back up, there's a memo to all employees that hourly koala bear checks must be completed.
Yeah. Also, a warning that although they look cute and cuddly, they could be very vicious animals. So be cautious when approaching the koala. And this was placed out by the director of the
Right.
the outfit that we worked. So for 2 weeks, something that started as a quick, what are you guys doing? We're looking for koalas, turned into a 2 week hunt for this kid. I mean, so yeah, like I said, this is the
Right.
type of shit that only happens in a sitcom. I mean, or some motherfuckers watching a certain movie then decide to play a certain game. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
I'm like
They
no.
were playing that game.
I'm like no.
Or or
They're trying to get some of us
or
to join in, and I'm like no.
another. What was it? Another. While that game was going on, then other people were taking golf carts across the street to the taco shop.
Geez, I never heard of that actually happening. I mean, I heard it was a rumor. I didn't know it was an actual fact. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the director may or may not have
Yeah.
asked me if I knew anything about it.
Yeah. I just remember that when they were playing that game at this specific site we were at, we carried electronic, whatever devices, tasers. So I remember saying, if I walk into a room and I see something I don't want to see, I'm tasing. That's it. No warning.
Yep.
Oh
And
God.
the craziest thing is nobody ever got caught doing that.
It was different times. It was a different world. And like I
I,
said,
I,
it was a sitcom from
and
hell.
it was insane. It was insane.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you walk
I
into
can't get over it. I mean, uh,
imagine, it's the kind of shows. I mean, like if I were to sit down and write down a script, I mean, I think it would. I think it'd be a nice hit. Imagine, you're walking in and you turn into a cubicle and you catch your supervisor watching. Well, he said it was some Greek show, no, or was it?
right.
I don't know. The thing is like somebody walks in and sees male frontal nudity, and the first thing is like, "What the? Are you watching porn?" No, 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 no. I'm watching. The kind of thing that you would see in a sitcom, and I can see that a lot of stuff happens in real life that probably makes it to the shows because of things that have happened in those people's lives.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've always wanted to do some kind of a production or a movie or something along the lines of everything that had happened at that place.
Same here. God, I got all these
Yeah.
crazy ideas, dude. Especially, with this older guard giving advice to this younger guard that's having, I guess,
Oh
girlfriend
yeah.
issues. He figured that because this guy's probably about 10 years older than him, married, he would give him some good advice. But, and here, I didn't really know. I happened to be one of the guys that was walking with this guy. And, he pulls the kid aside and starts giving him advice. And I'm thinking, dang, that's cool, man. It's like a big family here. We look after each other. And when the kid asks, so what should I do about my girlfriend this? And this, other person tells him, well, my dear boy, what you need to do is give her a pib. For those who don't know, pib stands for penis in the butt. I don't know who would say that. I
Well,
mean,
I
who would
mean,
do such a thing?
she
I
was
mean,
cheating. She was cheating on him a lot.
okay. Well, we all knew that, but I mean, then again, he was hanging out with dudes in the public
Hot tub.
pool, in the public pool hot tub. I mean, fucking having, I guess, it looked like sausage parties there. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
I
there
don't
was
know. It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing.
but that's the kind of,
I think whoever gave that advice should get a medal.
yeah. You
I
know
mean,
what? Somebody should like cash app him some bucks or something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, but you see, that's the kind of shit that happened that you just I mean, seriously.